the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is February 16, 2026. It is 4:53 a.m., almost 5 o'clock. So yesterday, I think I pretty much did not edit what I was supposed to be editing. I was completely tired, just knocked out on the couch all day. You know, I cooked and did other things, and then I was out. So when I got up, like around 12 a.m., to edit whatever I recorded the day prior, then I decided to have on Twitter a lot going on. More of the Epstein file, and Harry and Meghan and the Obamas were at the All-Star game. So we're going to cover some of these tweets and as much as I can regarding the other things. Will be different videos for these things. But right now I'm going to cover the Obamas. There's a lot. Okay, I may not go through all of the comments, but there's a lot of videos and pictures, so I want to share them with you. All right, more things about the MAGAs. Let's cover the Obamas and the All-Star game, Harry and Meghan. All right, let's pause. Michelle Obama is having a blast at the NBA All-Star game, smiling, laughing, soaking it all in. Pure joy, pure class, pure contrast. Let's watch. Screenshot in between. I'm sorry. It's only 8 seconds.
Or you can do a Mellow pump fake, right? I like to go shoot it. The good thing is, we actually have someone who can ask it.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. There's the Obama standing ovation. Harry and Meghan are in there too, okay? Just keep that in mind. Barack and Michelle Obama got a standing ovation at the NBA All-Star game. This is going to drive Donald Trump nuts. All right, 12 seconds. that. Okay, let me not go there. Next one, there's another tweet regarding the Obamas. I think this one, they are at Courtside. All right, let's pause. The Currys and the Obamas at NBA All-Star. 55 seconds. Screenshots in between. Okay, so there's a music. I muted. Is that her? I think that's their daughter. What's her name? The youngest. I forgot her name. The Currys are friends with the Obamas. I think they hang out and play basketball and stuff like that. There was a podcast I listened to. The shaking of the hand where Peel and those two comedians made fun of. So the story went like this. President Obama was in a podcast, and I forgot which podcast it was, and the topic of the shaking of the hand came up, and they brought up Key and Peele skit about President Obama when he's shaking hands with white people and when he's shaking hands with black people. So pretty much it started, Key and Peele got it from, I think, a basketball team that won something, either the NBA, and they came to the White House, and President Obama was shaking hands with the players and the staff, the coaches and stuff like that. But President Obama is more familiar with the players because I think they have hang out before, so they know each other. They talk trash and things like that. So when he's shaking the player's hand, you know, he does his Brooke type of hug and shaking the hand. And then when he got to the staff and coaches, which he is not too familiar with, he shook their hand like professional and, you know, things like that. So he was saying he was not familiar with the coaches. And that's how the skit from Key and Peele come about. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. He greet them like that. That's what the whole thing was all about. All right, so they're interviewing him. Breaking: while Donald Trump and J.D. Vance get booed at any outing, President Obama is still beloved by America. This is amazing. Okay, 45 seconds. The only thing I could say is that the rest of the world, those with sensitivity, who know the majority of Americans, their generosity and compassion, just bear with us, okay? Just bear with us. Now that we know the information out there, we know the evil will always try to bring us in a different direction. But what I see is happening in the U.S., we want to do it the legal way, okay? We want to take the regime, the negativity, the the MAGAs down legally. We cannot do the same thing the way they try to be in office. Okay, we have to be patient and compassionate at the same time and keep our eyes on the prize. And once we get there, I know we will get there because I told you we have a small window of opportunity. If you listen to both of my channels, okay, I have that thumbnails where you see pretty much the majority of the thumbnails is gray, like a gray sky, and then on right, like in the center, there's a little small circle of blue sky and the light is beaming through it. So this is the small of window of opportunity that we have, okay, because evil have spread throughout. And then you're gonna see on the upper right corner there's 3 triangles. It's like a vision that I saw and I sort of interpret it like that, okay. The only part of the world that's prospering, who see the light, is Africa. So the 3 triangles that I saw in my dream, my vision, I, interpret the triangle as Egypt, which is the and the continent of Africa. So Africa will be okay, but the rest of the world was turning into a darkness. But we do have a chance to make it right, and I think we're getting it there. We're getting there. But in America, and what I've said as well, I'm not happy. All the suffering, the immigrants, because I am an immigrant in America, the immigrants what Trump has done to them, because many of them have been here for a very long time. They have their business, their life pretty much. Okay? And then for this guy to literally snatch it, okay, it puts those families back, I don't know how many centuries back, to get back on their feet again. I'm not happy that happened at all. However, many of these people were, even though some of them probably were not able to vote because they just legal residents, which means they got here legally, and sometimes by choice, they did not want to be a citizen because they still, for whatever reason it might be. But once you have your green card, you have, I think, about 5 years. If you want to become a citizen, you could apply for it. But there are some who don't want to be a citizen. They just want to be, just live peacefully, be able to travel back and forth to their country. But what Trump has done, many of these people who were here legally have all the papers. They were not, whatever Trump had labeled them, criminals or anything like that. He took that away from them. He took their livelihood. He took their futures, their kids' futures away from them. I'm not happy about this at all, because many of them work their butt off to be to have the little that they have. However, some of them, despite the fact that they had a hardship to come in this country, and now they're okay, they settle down, they have their families, their cars, properties, they were at peace. But when they saw Trump was spilling and spreading hate, many of them saw this was the right person for others to vote for, and they will advocate for that evilness. So if many of them did not see that, this is where I'm like, okay, if you didn't see that, and like, for instance, the Cubans, some of them were here, and certain rules were bent for them, and they took advantage of it, and they were okay, whatever they were running away from Cuba, and they come here and they vote for that same type of thing, if not worse. Okay? So this is where I'm at. I'm like, okay, once I took a step back and understand the board game, okay, let's say you're playing a game with somebody, there's the board on the table, you're looking at it from a perspective, aerial perspective, you're looking where each of your key players are. So if all of them did not see what was going on and they advocate for them, despite the fact that they may not be able to vote, go in the voting booth and vote, but they were advocating for hate, discrimination, and all of that. And things that they have seen Trump have done, put kids in cages, even if you didn't know everything. Okay? But he did say what he was going to do. Many of these people still went and voted for him. So I'm like, okay. So the country as a whole need to be awakened. We as a country had to go through what we are facing right now, because many of them fail to see it. If you have been listening to some of my podcasts from the beginning, the moment I started looking into Harry and Meghan and I went to dig up things, I was heading the right spot. I spoke about many of these things already. So the country had to go through it in order for them to move forward, because during President Obama's presidencies, both terms, all right, the first 2 years, he was able to do a couple things, because just like Trump is right now, where his group of people, his, his affiliation, the GOP, have the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, and the executive, which is Trump. Okay, they control everything within the government. Okay, if they wanted to make things right, this is it, because they would have been on the same page to turn things. But instead, they went savage. They're destroying. I'm not saying the country was perfect. There's a lot of things. If you ask the foundational African American, they will tell you what was wrong in the country. If I could see it, they will probably go much deeper of what was wrong in the country. But Obama, for the first 2 years, his group, his party affiliation, had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. With the exception of the Supreme Court, they were somewhat, I don't know, okay. They didn't show their full evilness. So the first 2 years, he was able to do some stuff. And after that, the Republicans, the Tea Parties, they were blacking him after blacking him, even though he won the second term again. All right? So I don't know how we got here. What made these people forget sensibility, humanity, ethics, everything? And thank God for Obama to remain true to himself. This is why people like him, because he wasn't chasing the noise to be liked or to be loved. They were putting a lot of tough decision in front of him. He had to navigate around them to see what was best for the country as a whole, even though if it wasn't popular at the time. Okay? So that's that. Let's listen to it. So pretty much what I want to say is, people outside of the U.S., you're looking in, it's an eye-opener for you, okay? As much as we do not like what is happening, many people have lost their life, but it's an eye-opener for you because this could happen to you. There's some videos I need to edit where I think in Milan, J.D. Vance brought his MAGAs with him, thinking that, I considered as a Trojan horse, as if they're gonna do something else. And I'm happy those Italian were on top of it. I think they beat them up on the street. What's wrong with Secret Service being around him or something like that, bringing MAGAs over there? And then for the government in Italy to allow it to happen, okay, they didn't want to take the fault for it. So they allow it to happen, which means there was an agreement to sneak in the MAGAs type of things over there and then to continue and spread it throughout the country. So I'm glad the people in Italy was fully aware. Put a stop to it right away. So I'm telling you, it's everywhere. Was it Steve Bannon was advocating during, even before that, but I was seeing some stuff during Biden, was advocating for the MAGA type of things in Europe. So they have their military ready, their MAGAs type ready once they ease themselves into the population. So no matter where you are, you have to be vigilant. So while we see what's happening in the US, it's at a pedestal for the rest of the world to look at. They don't care about you. They just want power to create stupidity and then take advantage of our children. This is what we are seeing here with the Epstein thing. So all of these are not in vain. We need to pray for those children. I don't know where some of those children they kidnapped and those who have survived, if not survived, whatever they did with those kids. We need to pray for those kids. These people are pure evil. All right, I didn't even listen to this. I went off. All right, so President Obama core values is what really make him still love to wherever he goes. All right, let's listen.
I want to shift to Chicago. You mentioned the 90s, your time there, and that run by Michael Jordan in Chicago. Do you have a favorite moment during that time in Chicago during the 90s?
I always enjoyed watching us beat Indiana.
Oh my God.
Although I will say that nobody terrified me more than Reggie Miller with a possible three-point shot at the end of a game. You did push off Michael on that one play, though.
Come on, Mr. President.
Everybody knows
Did
it.
he push off in the Utah series? No, right? They didn't call it, right?
No. Well, we gave it to you. You had to come back in Game 7, though. Didn't happen.
We didn't happen. I want to shift to Chicago.
This when I used to watch basketball in the 90s, Michael Jordan time and Jerry Miller. Yeah, I understand what he's saying here. Yeah, he used to do those 3-pointers. Okay, so there's more here. Obama doesn't need a valley to be liked. That's right. Trump and Vance can't leave one without getting booed. All right, 17 seconds. We could learn so much from Who else? Okay, Michelle is so beautiful. There's that. These two on the files. You're up. Oh, put that. Whatever. I don't want to get to that. Next one. Oh my God, I went on with my rant. Okay, so there's Harry and Meghan. Oh, I should have put where they're coming in. All right. Oh no, they're not sitting on the front row next to my girl, Queen Latifah. One row over from President Obama. I didn't hear that nor one booed in the stadium. I love how they are moving around and enjoying their life in Southern California, Prince Harry and Meghan. Okay, so that's a picture. Okay, I hope they got to meet up with the Obamas. I would love to see that photo. I hope someone get a picture of them with the Obamas. Next one. Okay, so this is Harry and Meghan entering in the arena. All right, let's pause. Prince Harry with his stunning wife, another date night. They are living their best life. Okay, let's listen. 8 seconds only. Okay, so there's the music. I'm muted so I don't get I have to change it anyway, so I might as well mute it. All right, it's only 8 seconds. Okay, so there's more. That's during the game. The way he holds her hand so close to him. My baby is with the queen. Queen Latifah and Prince Harry. 7 seconds. So that's that. This is a picture. So cute. There they are. Okay, the queen, and a good king. There Meghan and Harry. When Meghan is really laughing, her eyes turn like that. Oh my goodness. There they are. Oh, I didn't know she was there. Okay. Tiana Taylor with her abs. Damn. There's Meghan and Harry, all of them. I like the way they dress, so relaxed. All right, let's pause this. Love her hair, me too. You know, I just went home to turn on my TV to the All-Star games, and the first people I see in the crowd is Harry and Meghan and Queen Latifah right in the front. All you have to do is look for Queen Latifah's blue shirt and you'll see the two of them sitting next to her in black. All right, these two look like they just started dating. There's that. All right, so this is extra that they are here. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Oh my God, I have so much to edit. I should have done some of them yesterday. The way Prince Harry protect Meghan, yeah, them inbreds have no chance after they try to do to her what they did to his mother, Princess Diana. Look at them happy, living their lives. Okay, I'm muted. All right, so that's that. He always have that protective guarding hand. Generational trauma met generational healing and love one. There's that. Okay, let's go to the next one. More videos of Harry and Meghan, probably the same, just retweet with different captions. Okay, so there's that. Nah, Meghan is gorgeous. 11 seconds.
I've never seen a diamond in the flesh.
Okay, I'm muted. Everybody have their own music with their retweet. Okay, so that's that. There's the heart. There's Harry and Meghan. Let's pause this. That's an ad. Love her hair trimmed. There's that. She looks still in her 30s. She is like her mom, aging backward. As the saying goes, black don't crack. Next one. They are at the courtside. I want to do some videos regarding the Epstein thing. There's so much tweet to share with you. Oh, to be in this audience, only 5 seconds. Okay, I muted. I don't know who's that. Okay, I'm not sure who's that. Harry got up like, who you? And why are you hugging my wife? The way Harry stood up is taking me out. As quickly as he could, Harry was like, battle ready, warrior energy activated. Harry is sexy, they're also beautiful. There he is here. Next one. Okay, so there's more. Prince Harry stays giving lessons, taking off his hat to hug Kevin Durant's mom, Wanda there's that. Harry and Meghan met and took photo with basketball star Kevin Durant's mother. Is he still playing? I haven't been watching. Okay, I muted. I haven't been watching baseball. Oh, I'm saying baseball. And baseball too. Basketball that much. There's Tiana. Oh yeah. Why? I was thinking of somebody else. Okay. Holy shit. What a gentlemanly move. There's 100%. Diana's boy through and through. Let's pause that. A true gentleman in every way. Yes. Always the gentleman. Next one. Okay. Alright, let's pause this. I love Chris Tucker. Big Rush Hour fan. So it's great to see Prince Harry with him. Alright. Okay, I muted. He is so funny. Okay, I think it's playing again. Such a happy life for our faves. That's an ad. Chris Tucker. GIF. Alright, next tweet. Harry's picture. I want to keep it under 30 minutes. I think I have 4 more. The thing with Harry is he has natural swagger, which makes him have natural sex appeal. Like he's just sitting with a neutral expression on his face and he's hot as F. Paying attention to the game. There's his ring. Hot. I'm reading bottom up. Hot. What the hell? Yes, like you know, he is a capable man, protects his family, caring, and can count on him, getting stuff done with humor. That is so sexy. Hey now, that's someone's husband you're talking about. Okay, so that's that picture. I'm guessing some squaddies are asleep because I'm not seeing a lot of comments under them, so that's good. Some squaddies around the world haven't wake up yet. So this one is black. There's no comment. True love lives here. All right, let's look at the pictures. There they are here. There they are here. We know both of them are sports fans. Even before, I've seen some pictures, thanks to the squaddies. Even before Meghan met Harry, she attended a lot of sporting events. And she participated in something during the Super Bowl things with Serena Williams and them. Alright, how did Harry and Meghan sit next to Queen Latifah at the All-Star basketball game? Are they mocking our real queen? Where are their children? Why can't they just go away so we're not forced to see them so happy and love up? His Majesty the King must remove all titles. You need a nap, baby D. You are too young for a mental breakdown. He there because his conscience is free and they are healed. Alright, exercise your freedom of choice not to look. You know what? I need to use that. That's a very good point. Even though, the squad are just joking, but I'm thinking about this for the Rangers. Exercise your freedom of choice not to look. Oh, Baby D Ranger has made me smile last few weeks. Baby D just woke up. All right, next one. This is another Baby D thing. And I have one more after this, and it's regarding the Obamas. Okay. If they want to sit next to a queen, they should have stayed in the UK. His Majesty the King must remove their titles. Are they saying that? The Rangers are saying that? Okay, the queen. I'm saying the queen. The squad are just laughing. The last queen of England died in 2023. Was it 2023 or 2022? The last queen of England dies in 2023. What are you on about? All right, this is hilarious. Yeah, I think the queen died in 2022. Okay, when did I? Yeah, 2022. Yeah. Where is the comment? Ay, ay, ay. Can I respond? Maybe I can't. Let's go to my last one. Bahamas. Okay. So I saw this interview. I didn't listen to it, so let's see here. Watching the NBA All-Star Game and Team USA at the Winter Olympics, it's clear that sports, just like music and art, still has the power to bring us together, build community, and remind us of our common humanity. Let's listen to this.
Sports can bring the world together, but right now we're in the middle of the Olympics. It's worth reminding us, we saw it in Paris, that when you watch the U.S. team and play in Paris, and the Serbian teams and the French teams, and you're reminded of what the Dream Team did to inspire all that, and you saw the French fans when Steph was hitting those threes, and they're mad, but they can't be too mad because it is such a...
It's art.
It's art, and it's joy, and it binds us together to see human excellence in that way. That's only sports and music and the arts can do that. To bind us together, to remind us of our common humanity. That's something we want to preserve and build on.
That reminds me of the John F. Kennedy thing that Trump trying to mess up. I think once he got off an office, they're gonna turn it back because he messed it up. Barack and Michelle Obama are courtside for NBA All-Star. So I'm pretty much done with this video. I'm gonna put it here. All right, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I'm laughing at the estimate revenue. $28.55 went down. And I have a video almost every day. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.